The Curse of the Latecomer. Zeynep arrived at the forest cabin late at night, seeking solitude and peace for a week. Her phone had no signal, but that was part of the plan. Silence, tranquility, and some time alone. When she inserted the key into the lock and turned it, the door creaked open heavily. The air smelled of old wood. As she explored the cabin, she noticed that the wooden stairs leading upstairs creaked softly. Everything seemed normal until she heard the whispers at midnight. At first, she thought it was just the wind, but these whispers felt like they were being murmured directly into her ear. Yet there was no wind outside. The trees stood still. Her heart started pounding. When she reached for the lamp to turn on the light, a shadow appeared in the corner of the room. "Who's there?" she asked with a trembling voice. The shadow took a step toward her. At that moment, Zeynep realized something was terribly wrong. She jumped to her feet and ran to the door, but it wouldn't budge. Panicking, she looked out the window and saw dark silhouettes watching her from the forest. Their eyes gleamed in the darkness as they started moving toward her. Suddenly, a sharp dizziness overtook her, and a loud ringing filled her ears. Her eyelids grew heavy, and she collapsed to the floor. When she opened her eyes, a bright white light blinded her. A rhythmic beeping sound echoed beside her. Blinking, she looked around and realized she was in a hospital room. A nurse stood next to her. "You're awake. You've been unconscious for days," the nurse said gently. Zeynep's mind was in chaos. The forest cabin, the shadows. What happened to me? The nurse gave her a puzzled look. "You were in a car accident a week ago. You hit your head very hard. A forest cabin? But you were brought straight here after the crash." Zeynep's breath caught in her throat. Had she never been to the cabin? Then what were those things she saw and felt? As she turned to look out the window, for a brief moment, she saw a dark silhouette standing in the hospital garden, watching her. Its eyes gleamed ominously, and it started walking toward her.